Ah, there I am. Alright. Hello, everybody. I appreciate anyone who comes by to watch this. Tonight, I will absolutely continue my studies in Blender 3D. And we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. I know this is late, much later than I normally do this, but I just felt like doing it. Felt like giving this a go because I don't want to give up on being creative. I know it's a tough time right now for me. And well, not just for me, but yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and get going and get into this lesson. So let me get the things going here. We'll get over here to this spot. And when we last were doing stuff in Blender, we got this beanie guy looking left and looking right, and then looking back to the center. So, as normal, I will be learning from a tutorial on Udemy. And you won't hear the tutorial, but you'll just see as I go through the process of continuing the lesson. So I will go ahead and get the music going, and we'll go from there. Let's see, I'll turn that up a bit. There we go. Alright, so in this lesson, we're going to have Mr. Beanie Guy be looking shocked. So we're going to have to create a new action. I guess we'll go ahead and rewind to the beginning. Probably. Well, I guess we'll keep the auto keying on. Yeah, there's everything there. Alright, so new action. Let's see. Unlink this action from the active. Well, I guess we'll have to see. It's been a few days, so I don't remember exactly how to do that. So I gotta look at the tutorial itself. Oh, right. So yeah, gotta save this data, then close this down, and then we'll make a new one called Shocked. Alright, so we go to frame 0. Select all the bony bones. Right, gotta Alt-R it. Here. Well, I mean, he's not really looking anywhere, so... Oh, but I noticed that there's actions here. Whereas we've got no actions previously. Let's see. Hold on a second. Sorry, just responding to a message. Okay, let me go back a bit here. Oh, so that's how he did it, and that's what created a new motion. Just trying to see something here. Okay, so this is that. Okay. So then that's when... Okay, we saved the data. That's ticked on. Then we hit unlink action. Oh, okay. So that's how he did it. Okay. And then... Oh yeah, first we gotta go new. Then... shocked. Right. And that's still ticked on. You select all the bones and then you hit Alt-R. There we go. And then that's what creates the initial motion. Okay, now I got that right. Now we can move forward.
Let's look at the font.
Alright, so now, Shift D, bring this all the way over to frame 20. Okay. Alright, so then we go to frame 25. Just the top bone.
Let's look at the font.
Okay. Whoa! No, not like that, sir. Oh wait, maybe like that? Hold on, I gotta look at this again. I thought he was just supposed to look to the side, not look down. That looked weird. Yeah. Okay, so why is he doing that on my screen? Just says R to rotate and move it around. But all he's doing is moving to the side. Maybe I have to hit R twice? Oh, I'm an idiot. He said R in the Z axis, so obviously Z. So R, Z, turn the other way, sir. Oh my god. I am a doofus. I've really got to pay attention to these things. Okay, so what's next? Alright, so now we're going to side view. Looks like he's pressing 3. I gotta fix my VTuber real quick. Although that one's not a bad emote, but doesn't quite reflect what I'm doing. Okay, so it looks like we're going to try to fix the bones slightly. Alright, so which way are we rotating this guy? Okay, it looks like we're going to select the bottom bones, rotate the character, or I guess just kind of move the character up, but it is considered a rotation. About that much. Alright, and then select these top bones, and I think rotate in Z. No, I don't, that's not quite how he has it. Hold on, I gotta look at this again. Okay, no, not in the Z axis, just rotating like that. Okay. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to look around kind of normally. Alright, so now we're going to front view. Ooh, that is a quick turn. It's like, wham! Like that. Very nice. That's what you like to see. And for anyone who's watching, thank you for coming by. Again, I know this is a late stream, but I just felt up to doing this. Let's see. Yeah, you guys can hear the music. I was a little worried that you couldn't. But you can. And it seems like it's at a good volume, too. And my buddy is playing Helldivers. Mr. Irish Callie. Ooh, and Super J is on. I need to tell him something real quick. Hold on, give me just a moment. I'll be right back. I'm still here. I'm just typing a message. Alright, message sent to Super J. Now let's get back to our business. Okay. Alright, so we're going to make this 30 frames. Yeah, it's just a quick turn right now. Looks like we're going to be studying the 12 principles of animation a lot going forward in the future of these lessons. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at right now on the tutorial. I'll go full screen. And I'll take this off of screen capture. And that's what we're looking at. The 12 principles of animation: squash and stretch, anticipation, staging, straight ahead action and pose to pose, follow through and overlapping action, slow in and slow out, arc, secondary action, timing, exaggeration, solid drawing, and appeal. I mean, I already know what appeals to me. Oh, also I need to I gotta change icons here. We're not on It's a Trap Plays, we're on It's a Trap Productions. Hold on a second. Well, I mean, we are on Twitch and Kick, but we gotta change it to the right icon for this kind of stream. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I'll go ahead and remove this. This is the actual tutorial. And bring this back over here. Okay, continuing onward. Oh yeah, I need to put this back on screen capture. There we go. Oh, just a sec. Oh, whoops. We're going into the Sonic Symphony here. You know what? I'll let it play. How to make the character look more shocked. Well, we're still on frame 25. Alright, click the bottom bone. Ooh, we're gonna make him rotate a bit back. Like he's like, dang! Think about that far as how he has it in the lesson. Alright, now we're going to rotate the top part. Looks like about that much. That looks funny. It's like, ugh! Okay, so now we're going to change the animation length to 40 frames. Whatever. Let's just add them. I love it. But we have more to do. Ah. So we're going to scale the bones and make the character stretch a bit. Let's see, I guess I've got to click on this. The setup that I have in Blender 4.4 is a bit different from the instructor in Blender 3.6. So not everything looks quite the same. Good to know that isn't just a not a Udemy, but a GU engine kind of issue. Oh, I'm yawning. But we're not quitting yet. We shall have a ways to go. Sorry, scratching my eye a bit. I'm also having some really bad, like, sensitivity in my teeth right now. Even though I'm drinking some cold water, every time I drink it, it hurts. Life is nothing but pain. That reminds me of a quote from The Princess Bride. Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says different is trying to sell you something. Let me close this down so I don't get distracted, as well as this. Alright, so we're going to scale the bottom bone. Not the root bone, but here. Wait. Yeah, there's nothing here. All this says is rotation, but there's nothing here for anything else. And again, that's because there's differences between Blender 4.4 and 3.6. So that's going to make this a little difficult. Y scale rotation. Yeah, it's just this stuff. Well, I guess none of this was animated either. Oh, neat. Yeah, but again, I don't have anything over here to work with. Oh, well, I'll just try and follow along with the lesson as much as I can. Oh, Unfound Rose, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Been watching these Blender things since day one. Glad to see how far you've come. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you're just lurking and watching, you know, thank you, and, yeah. I'm happy to know that there's other people who are interested in this journey of mine. And it'll be good to get to the end goal of being able to make a complete animation with everything involved. So yeah, thank you so much. And thank you for especially being there, as I've messed up so many times, all because I didn't pay attention to something, which is even true as of today. But I guess you can't learn sometimes without a little bit of hiccups here and there. I didn't see anything about that. Oh well, I'll have to check that out later. I've loved 3D modeling with a passion, but everything I have is way too clunky to run Blender or any other 3D software properly, unfortunately. Yeah, I know how that goes. Eventually, you just have to upgrade your computer hardware, and I know that's not easy to do, you know, unless you've got some money laying around. Upgrading your computer to, you know, with completely different, or just building a new computer entirely, you know, is an expensive venture. But I hope you can do it, because if it's something that you really love, I hope you can, you know, get around to doing a lot more with the modern tools that are available. Right, so do this. Alright, so we're going to scale S, hit Y twice, and stretch this guy up. It looks like about there, it seems. There we go. Now that adds a scale factor on the animation timeline. Yeah, it's not easy to do when you're busy spending hundreds on albums each month. I hope I can get around to it too. Hey, we all have expensive hobbies. Mine is video games. I always spend money either getting games cheaply, or I spring for like the special like digital collector's editions and all that. I also recently bought some things so that I could play games on my Nintendo Wii again after many years. So, yeah, our hobbies can, you know, get in the way of doing other stuff. Alright, so we're gonna move a little bit. Is the camera still... I think I need to hit 0 for that. No, the camera's just right there. Okay. It's in a good spot, though. Oh, right, the camera's there on that side. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's get back here. It's about front view. Zoom in a bit. Yeah, there we go. Oh, he's stretched there too. Okay, so we're gonna actually have to undo that because now he's stretched from like 0.0. So maybe if I take it to frame 0 and then hit scale without doing the stretch, then that should look a bit, yeah. Okay, so we gotta undo this. There we go. So we go to frame 0. Let's see. Oh yeah, and the record button needs to be on as well. Well, that didn't create any kind of scale movement. Maybe if I do something like... Oh no, we're not on frame 0. We gotta go there. Okay, now that created a slight scale. A slight scale change. Okay. Well, now I gotta go back in the lesson a little bit. Yeah, there's no scale here either. Oh, but there is a scale there if you select all the bones. Yeah. Okay. We'll figure this out. Maybe someday I won't be a complete nincompoop. Only a slight one. My eyes are giving me a little trouble. Just a moment. Hello, what are you making? Welcome! I'm trying to learn 3D animation, so I'm working with this character to do basic movements that are that are a part of the values of the 12 principles of animation, which that's not something everyone knows about, but it's essentially what makes cartoon characters, I don't know, very wacky, where they can, you know, suddenly stretch or be turned into different things. I'm explaining this very badly, by the way. But today's lesson is just about making this character have a very shocked reaction. So that's what we're doing. And I don't normally do these streams at this time of night. I just felt like doing it. So, here we are. Oh, nice. Yeah, I do character animation, so I got you. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you kind of understood what I was trying to say. Even though I explained that in an extremely terrible fashion. Okay. So, I'm trying to get the scale keyframe into a certain spot, so I have to rewind this. this tutorial a bit. I'll show you the tutorial I'm learning from. Hi, Tate. Welcome. Yeah, Blender is pretty fun. It is. And it is my goal to make new animated videos. So this is what I'm looking at currently. This is from a tutorial from a group called Game Dev TV or .tv. The instructor's name is Grant Abbott. He's so far the best instructor that I have found who can explain these things easily enough for me to understand and goes at just the right speed so that I don't get lost. The only reasons I mess up is because like I'm not paying attention or I didn't listen to something properly the first time around, so I have to constantly rewind the tutorial that I'm going through just to be able to understand. That's just how my mind is. So you won't see the tutorial because it's paid content and I try not to rebroadcast paid content. But you'll see the results of what I'm trying to do. Silverton says, oh yeah, I know that guy. I've watched plenty of his vids. Right now I like deco tutorials off YouTube. I don't know what it is. Is that another like instructor creator in Blender? Because I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. He's an instructor. Okay. All right. So yeah, you'll probably hear me say I need to rewind that. I need to rewind that multiple times just so that it sinks down into my head and I can follow along with what's happening. So yeah, right now I'm just trying to copy over these rotation keyframes, I believe, to frame 20. Don't forget to save. Oh yeah, like this is a save of a save of a save. So yeah, there's... That's what I always try to tell other people. Don't forget to save your work, kids, or usually save your game, because I do gaming as well on Twitch and YouTube. But today is all about animation. Okay, so we're just going to select these bones. And then go to frame 20. But there's nothing here. Even when it changes like that. Let me see what he's done here. Once again, I gotta rewind. Right now, I can't see chat, so if you're saying anything, I can't see what you're saying. I will be right back to the chat in a moment, so please be patient. So there we are at frame 25, but yeah, there's no rotation keyframes there. Is there something I missed? Yeah, but when I did that, it didn't add a scale rotation there. Even when I followed along. No scale there either. MCGD, welcome to the stream on YouTube. How you doing tonight? Yeah, and then when I did that, when I straightened him out, when we turned it around, it didn't add a scale keyframe, even though everything was all ticked on here. At least I think it was. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong bone. So it created one here at the beginning on frame 0, but not when I did it here. Well, maybe if I undo that and try it again, it'll do that. Alright, well, let's undo some stuff. Alright, that's with all bones selected. But again, there's no scale bone, or scale keyframe. Oh, I guess that's as far as I can undo things. Well, I guess we'll just have to start over. Hold on, gotta get rid of a bot on Twitch. Best viewers! How about no? Alright, MC says, I'm good. Today I had my first live stream. Only like one person joined, though. Then they left. I was playing Geometry Dash. Well, welcome to the world of live streaming. I can tell you one thing. One of the hardest things as a streamer is just to get someone to watch your content. And there's so many factors that go into it, especially when you're brand new. You know, you have to factor in time of day, the region of the world that you live in. Like, are you... I know today's like a Thursday, so... Typically people are at work, you know, during the daytime. So yeah, it can be difficult, but, you know, finding your path and finding what you like to do, it's great. So, enjoy the journey. And I, you know, wish you all the success with it. Alright, so we are not going to save this. We're going to go new, general, don't save. Then we'll reload our file. What are you making? I've never used Blender. I've only used, like, Scratch. So, in what I'm trying to do right now, I'm trying to make this character who's called Benny the Bean. This isn't a character that I created. This is a model that was provided through the lessons that I'm going through. I'm basically trying to make this guy do very exaggerated movements and poses in order to understand the 12 principles of animation, which I'll show you the list once I get back to the tutorial. Where is that tutorial? Oh, there it is. It's a separate tab. That's why I couldn't find it. So let me bring this back over here. Yeah, you guys can't see it yet. Here it is. Alright, let me take this off of screen grab. So this is the 12 principles of animation. I'm sorry, the car fund thing is kind of getting in the way of that. Hold on, let me move that out of the way. And these are all the things that you learn as an animator. Squash and stretch, anticipation, staging, straight ahead, action, and pose to pose, follow through and overlapping action, slow in and slow out, arc, all of these things. And it helps make animations more lively. Not necessarily realistic, but interesting. So that, you know, you'll watch whatever the animated character is doing. And a lot of these principles are applied to 2D or two-dimensional animation, but it also works in three-dimensional animation as well. So this is the tutorial that I'm learning from. I almost said lurking from. That I'm learning from in order to learn these principles and make more interesting animations in the future. But I'm also having to kind of start over this tutorial because I think I did something wrong. So I gotta kind of go back through this and do this again. Alright, so this is already saved. So I'll leave this... Let's see, where did he leave it at the beginning? Let's see. Yep, this is saved. Look left, look right. Looks like that's in forward kinematics. Alright, so we'll select all of our bones. Go to frame 0. Hit Alt-R and Alt-G. So that creates those first sets of keyframes right there. Alright, so we go here to the top summary keyframe, Shift D, bring this over to frame 20. Right, and then we go to frame 25. Then we just select the top bones. Okay, so then we hit R, Z, and then turn him that way, and do that. And again, that doesn't create any scale rotation, or any scale keyframes. And I wonder why that is. Because that's kind of important to what we're doing here. Let's see, is there something that I don't have ticked on? Let's see, nearest frame. proportional editing actions. Let's see, he has this here. No, this isn't on. See, that says push down. No, that's just from before. Yeah, we're in the right editor. Yep, location. Maybe it needs to be location, rotation, and scale. Maybe that's what's wrong. Well, I can't really insert that stuff now. I guess I'd kind of have to go back a little ways. Let me see something. Let's go back here to frame 0. Let's see. Insert keyframe with key set. Let's try that. Whoops. Sorry. Hit my microphone. Alright, I'm just trying to experiment with something here. Although then that would create... Well, no, that would create scale keyframes even at the beginning, which there isn't. Okay, I have an idea. Alright, so we'll do exactly what we did before, right? So, we're going to hit... we're going to take this, Shift D, go to frame 20, go to frame 25, just take the top bone here, well, it works. It's kind of a workaround, but we'll see what happens. Hold on, well now I gotta rewind. Okay, so now we go over here. And then we select the bottom bones. Oh, right. Not the front view, side view. There we go. I was wondering why that didn't look quite right. Okay. kind of do that. Oh yeah, where are we on the Sonic Symphony? We still got a few more songs, and then I'll switch things up. Okay. Alright, now back to front view. Okay, so I think we're going to do the scale thing now. Oh no, we're going to rotate. About that far back. Right, and then we rotate this guy. Like that. Alright, change this to 40 frames. I'm trying to follow along with the tutorial again. God, going through something 2 times. I guess we'll only be doing 1 lesson tonight. I thought I'd be done with this by now, but the lack of the scale keyframe kind of threw things off. Oh, actually, I have to take a quick break and see to my mom. For those... Oh, hold on, my VTuber's laughing. He shouldn't be laughing. For those of you who don't know, who might be new here, my job is to take care of my mother. I'm her legal care provider. So, I have to see that she has the things that she needs. So, I will be back in about 10 minutes or so, and then we will continue onward, and we'll be able to finish this lesson tonight. At least I hope so. So, enjoy the music, and I'll be back soon. Alright, I am back. I just wanted to listen to that last part of the soundtrack there. Now we're going to switch over to chill hop music. Now I got to put this on. Music by Chill Hop. Alright, let us go forth. Yep, no scale there. Okay, so we'll insert that. So that'll work. Oh, I kind of duplicated... Well, not the scale, but okay. Well, let's see if this will work. Let me go back to frame 25. Okay, so we're going to select these three here. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we're going to hit, yeah, select these three, duplicate them, and bring them to frame 20. And put those there. Wait, which ones did he duplicate next? Okay, well, I guess we're duplicating those and taking them back to frame 0. Okay. Okay, so frame 25. Okay, so this is where we were like 20 minutes ago. Only there was no frame scale on the keyframes. And now we're going to do this. We're going to scale up the character slightly. Okay, so that... Well, actually, I got to re-listen to this again. Okay, so let's zoom out slightly. About there. So, S to scale, hit the Y key twice, and then scale the character up. About there, I think. Alright, so now we'll play back the animation. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're getting somewhere. Just took me like an hour and a half to get here, but I did. And most of you saw. So thanks. Ay. Okay. Alright, now we gotta click on the bone constraints. Okay. Oh yeah, let me bring this back to frame 25. Add bone constraint, and then maintain volume. Ah. Oh wait, which one's the object constraints? Oh, I guess it's that one. Alright, so we need the bone constraints, not the object constraints. Interesting. So yeah, it's not just about growing things, it's about stretching things and maintaining the volume. So there's a bit more consistency with all of this. Yeah, there we go. Yep, that makes sense. Alright, so we're going to go to frame 25, click on the top bone. Sorry, I need to move my microphone just slightly so it's not getting in the way of my leg there. Alright, now we're going to go to front view. Oh, well, I guess we're already on front view. So, alright, we're back on bone constraints. Alright, and then we're going to click maintain volume. Alright, and then we're going to scale in the y-axis again, but going in the other direction. It looks like there? Well, actually, wait, before I do that, let me see in the tutorial. Okay. Oh yeah, he's gonna kind of come this way. Yeah. So, scale, Y. Well, no, he's kind of stretching up. He's not stretching forward. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, he's going forward, but in this he's kind of going... Maybe I need to rotate him a bit more. Let's do that. Kind of like that. Alright, now scale Y. There we go. That looks better. Oh, we forgot to copy the keyframes. Yeah. Alright. Alt S. There we go. Alright. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. Alright. Oh, frame 1? You mean 0? Yeah, I think you mean 0. And Alt S. I guess there's nothing to do there, because nothing's happening. Oh, then again. Now we've got it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I feel like we should rotate it a bit more down as well from the top here. So go to frame 25, rotate it kind of like there. Yeah. There we go. That looks good. Alright, looks like we're going to continue on from this. I'm not going to do anything else tonight. I just kind of needed to get back into the rhythm of things. I've got to go to bed, have a good... Oh, okay, well, I'm ending anyway, Tate. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and wrap things up. I'm going to save this. Save this data. So that's saved. We're not going to create a new action. Yeah, so... All right, that's saved. So we'll save as incremental. So there we go. And we're just going to go ahead and wrap things up for tonight. All right. Well, thank you everyone who came by to watch. I know this is a short stream. It's also, you know, a late stream as well. I'm not going to stream as long as I did last night when I played Stellar Blade. Like I said, I just wanted to get back into the rhythm of things with Blender. I'll try to come back either tomorrow. Well, let's see. I don't know what's going on tomorrow. I think I'm just going to be playing some games with some friends. We'll see how it goes. But once again, thank you everyone for watching. Let's see. Do we have any... Well, basically everyone who's here is also watching my friend Irish Callie play Helldivers. So let's go raid him. Again. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. And I'll see you guys again soon. I'll let you know when stuff will happen. Have a good night, and may the THICC be with you all. Thanks again for coming by. I really appreciate it.